Supreme Rising, everyone. Supreme Rising. Happy New Day. happy New Day. Hope everybody's having a beautiful sunrise. Supreme Rising. Ramesses. I know I probably said that wrong. But Supreme Rising, gratitude for your presence. I just wanted to get on here to start our day in such a beautiful energy. This is the day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. And I'm waking up in the purest of gratitude, appreciation, thanksgiving, looking at where we are in terms of just looking and knowing that, we go through so much in terms of, the lies and the deception. But at the same rate, when you do look around, this is such a beautiful place. And when you think about what this place could actually be like when it's illuminated in terms of being in a high vibration, I'm sure that it will even be more beautiful. And I'm just I can just see the vision of it in just a high vibration, and we are getting there. But I just wanted to come on here to you guys to bring something to you guys' attention. A lot of people are talking about they're talking about, the Pope and all of that going to Mount Sinai. For everybody knows that it's for a ritual regarding climate control. And the one thing, when you see that they put these things out there for public consumption, you got to know that in the respect of that, it's to solicit our energy, to get us to think about it. Until we realize that our thoughts are energy, anytime you see that they put anything out there for public consumption, that's a hidden way of them soliciting for our energy to get us to think, to talk about it, to get us to think about it, and to also get us to talk about it. We have to realize that those of us who are in the spiritual community and those of us who are awakened, right, we oscillate and vibrate at a different vibration than those who are asleep. So they know you don't hear those who are asleep talking about the Pope, going to Mount Sinai, right? And regarding climate control and different things of that nature. It's more amongst the population of the spiritual community that is awake. So we have to realize, and so therefore we vibrate at a different vibration. And how to look at it is that our state of awareness generates more power, whether we are in for something or whether we are against something. It's just that our oscillation is that of a higher energetic value. So when we're happy, we radiate a high velocity of happy energy, and when we're upset or mad, we radiate a high velocity of anger because of the reconfiguration of our energetic value, right? As being awakened beings, right? And as I say, my breakdown will always be relative to the energetic output of what the same story or same situation looks like energetically, because I want people to realize who they are from an energetic stance. And that way you become more responsible, because that's the thing that they bank on is energy. That's the thing that they bank on is energy. And they move in accordance ritualistically to harvest and to harness that energy for whatever it is that they're doing the ritual, the blood rituals for, right? They need a power source to be able to facilitate it at a magnitude that they for the results that they want to achieve from the ritual. So anytime you see anybody put out anything for public consumption, we have to somewhat be have a level of spiritual maturity as to how we invest energetically into it. And so therefore, they don't get what it is that they're soliciting for to the demographic or population that they are putting that information out there for. One of the things that I found out yesterday regarding them going to do a ritual, and it was allegedly, the word on the curb is that it started on the 13th. And everybody know that the 13th is their number, right? That's the number that they work off of. It's their number. So, but then I also found out, I haven't yet confirmed, but based from the video of the young lady that saw the anomaly in Orlando, from what I understand, it's not confirmed through her, but from what I understand, based from her Instagram video, that too transpired on the 13th. So therefore, there is there's some similarities to this event taking place in terms of harnessing energies for the climate control, and then the perception based off of this anomaly that an entity also landed around that time too, if you look at it from that perspective. But one of the things that came to me in regards to that is this: our sun, right? The sun that gives us the energy that's transmuting all of us energetically. I am inclined to believe that sun is inaccessible, right? And whatever that is illuminating this planet, that's giving us a visual of the sun or the night skies and different things like that. I honestly think that that's somewhat more of a simulation. I think that the true energy that's transpiring right now is not accessible. The sun that we see here, that they say is the sun, I don't know. I'm thinking that something else is actually transpiring. There's a sun that is inaccessible, that is transpiring, that is changing the course of what's transpiring right now on this plane energetically. Because if an anomaly has landed on the same day that they're doing allegedly doing this ritual, or allegedly going on Mount Sinai, or what have you, or meeting on Mount Sinai, they can't harness any energy from that sun, right? Because they need our energy. That's why they put it out there for public consumption. So I just wanted to just bring that to your attention once again, that we have to become mindful of ourselves in terms of what we invest energetically. That information got out into the masses for public consumption. This is where your spirituality, the maturation of your spirituality, has to become more evolved, so that we can become aware of what it is that they're soliciting to us, in terms of us facilitating something that is a detriment to our being. As I say, this whole thing, from what I gather with this Mount Sinai and climate control and different things of that nature, the climate control, this is, as I say, this planet has decided to ascend. So basically what they're trying to do is circumvent again her ascension, and all of the elemental energetic values, such as ourselves, that are on this plane, right? We inhabit this plane. We will become affected by it if we don't get into the knowledge of ourselves and also vibrate or oscillate higher, energetically and vibrationally. Because the energy, the climate is just another word of the manipulation of energy. Once we get to understand that everything is energy, even the climate is energy, then we'll begin to understand what it is that they're actually doing and why. So if they can manipulate the energies again, because this second sun, so what they're basically doing is soliciting to the energetic sources or forces outside of what this particular sun is doing, because they don't have any control over this particular sun, because apparently it has to be outside the firmament, and they don't have any access outside of the firmament. So as long as this sun is radiating these energies and frequencies onto this plane without them having any ability to get a handle of it because of their position or their energetic position, the planet is just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And only that those who are able to match the frequency are going to be able to sustain the energetic frequency. So you have to have the ability within your genome, which is also energy, right, to be able to ascend, which you're able to ascend genetically within your genome, because your genome has the ability to reach the heights of those frequencies, and not everybody has the ability to ascend or reach the heights within their frequency or their DNA, or however you want to look at it, to certain heights. So this is where now they are, if I understand it correctly, they are soliciting they're basically soliciting external forces to help them once again manipulate the energies, right? So one or two things is going to happen as a result of that. If they decide to come in and once again on this planet decide to stagnate this plane's ascension, as I've said earlier before, this plane decided to allow us to synergetically ascend with her, right? But if they're trying to circumvent her ascension yet again through solicitation of entities and beings, or what they would call highly advanced beings, that has the physics ability outside the parameters of what we already know to manipulate the energies of that, then she might destroy herself. And there has been planets like this that has gone through similar fates, and they decided to destroy. The plane herself decided to destroy itself energetically and start anew, to which that can happen, right? So we have to understand our position in terms of who we are energetically in the assistance, the synergetic assistance of this plane, because you do have those who are manipulating the energies or soliciting manipulation through other perceived gods, through ritualistic means, to try to circumvent this plane from ascending, right? And with us being, it's just like, your body, and you have many cells in your body that accommodate the ability for your body to function. So your cells are also synergetic to your your being, your ability to live within your vessel. So you have to look at us now as cells of the plane, right? That is synergetically connected to the plane. And what they're trying to do is manipulate that to keep, the plane at a lower density without ascension. Because what's transpiring right now with this sun, I'm thinking that the sun that is actually stimulating this plane is outside of the dome. So, this is just something to make us aware, to get us in a state where we understand, our connectional value to the plane, us having spiritual maturity, understanding that anything that they put out there for public consumption, that's something that they want us to energetically invest in, because otherwise it would be a part of the secret society. So anytime they put something out there in the masses, however which way it is, you have to be cautious about how we invest energetically into it. I personally say I do not give spiritual consent to the malevolent intentions that is going to, cause or prohibit this plane from energetically ascending, right? In vibration and in frequency, so that we don't give, permission to anything that is going to be a detriment of or a being that is divine, right? So I just wanted to put that out there, so that we can get an understanding of our true responsibility as divine beings, of understanding ourselves energetically and how we contribute to it. And a lot of what they put out there for the masses to consume, we consume it in ignorance because we know not of ourselves from an energetic stance, right? We know not of ourselves from an energetic stance. I don't know why I didn't put this thing on pause. And I'm getting all kind of stuff. We don't know ourselves from an energetic stance. So the terms of the maturity of what it is that we need to have when they are putting, especially things that are ritualistic in nature, we have to understand that these secret societies and different things of that nature, they are called secret societies for a reason. So anytime that they put anything out there for public consumption, especially to a certain genre of community, such as the spiritual community or the community that is awakened, that is where we have to exercise our spiritual maturation, our spiritual maturity, and truly really move deep within what is actually transpiring, and then make a decision from that to not to invest energetically into anything that would be a detriment to this plane's ascension. And as I say, they are moving. They're moving. Hey, mama. What's up, sis? I was just coming on here. They're not letting nobody know this about this live. I'm surprised that you're able to even see that I'm live, because nobody has really been on here on this live the whole entire time. I've been on here for about maybe a good 15 minutes and nobody has been on this live. Nobody, because of what I'm talking about. But I continue to talk about it because I know that I'm putting it out there in the ethers first for somebody to capture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using it. But yes, abundant rising to you, beautiful soul. Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. I think I only had like maybe one person that came on here earlier. And nobody else came on here until just now, but that's fine. I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. Hi, Golden Sugar. Grateful for your presence as well. I got to get inside. But I'm just talking about I'm talking about this thing, and I'm about this climate control, and I want to put it out there into the spiritual community because that's who they're soliciting, right? I sent you a message. Please check your DM. Oh, okay, sweetheart. Okay. Hi, Sincere 86. How you doing, sweetheart? It's so funny. Just when I'm about to leave, now people are starting to come up, but it's all good. If they allow this live to upload, family, I wish you know that they're not going to. They didn't let nobody know that I've been on here for maybe 15, 20 minutes. They didn't let nobody know until just now, and it's almost time for me to go inside, right? I've been having even more blessings. Gratitude. I'm glad to. It's because of you now. Don't you always always give yourself credit. It's because of you too now. But gratitude. But if you guys get a chance to go look at the video, this is regarding the Mount Sinai gathering that they're doing regarding the climate control. We have to understand that we are a very significant aspect of what is transpiring when it has anything to do elemental. That is, we are the atmosphere, we are the earth, we are the rain, we are the air, we are the elemental. So now but we don't see ourselves as the elementals, right? We don't see ourselves as that. We see ourselves as this incarnate vessel, and this is all to us. No, we are the elemental. So that's just another aspect of our energetic value that they're trying to control, because the sun that is sending this information, sending the codes into this plane, is inaccessible, right? So now they're trying to control the elemental aspect of the reception of the energies that's coming from the sun, or what we call the sun, right? They're trying to intercept that ritualistically, and this is why they put it out there for public consumption about them going to Mount Sinai, because remember, anything that they're doing ritualistically in secret society, they put it in a way where they do Well, they do notify us, but not like this. They have a cynical way of notifying us, but not in a way to which we were notified, for us to put out there for public consumption. So now, it's an attack. It's basically an attack on another aspect of our energetic value. Okay. We are more than meets the eye. That's the thing that we gotta know, that we are more than just this body. We are far much more than just this body. It's time for us to really move into that space of understanding. And they always manipulate our energy, and they manipulate our energy because we are somewhat ignorant to the fact of who we truly are. You understand? We are energetic beings. We are connected, synergetically connected to all of the elementals, atmospherically, ecologically. We are synergetically connected to all of it. And it's any manipulation to the winter, to the summers, to any type of energetic manipulation is still directly a manipulation of our energy, because we are synergetically connected to it. Once we begin to understand the true aspect, they paused the live, you guys. Once we begin to understand the true aspect of the synergetic value to who we are energetically, to all that is, then we'll begin to understand our maturation, our spiritual maturation will mature, and we'll begin to be able to translate what they are ritualistically doing. They have to do rituals because most of the time we're not going to give spiritual consent to anything that is detrimental to our being. So they have to solicit other means to be able to manipulate our energy, because we're not going to spiritually consent to something that is a detriment to our being. And we have to be aware. So they have to move ritualistically, utilize and cipher our energy through deception, right? And then because we're not wise, to ourselves, because we see ourselves as singular, when we are more than just this, this body, we are a whole energy, that has the ability to be able to access other energetic fields and forces. And they utilize us to garner that access just by, throwing things out there in the masses for us to think about. I am so amazed that they waited until, this end of me to do this. Yes, Ma. And I wish I could go on live while I'm at work. I can't, but and I'd be so tired when I get off from work. But I'm going to talk about this because our spiritual maturation, in order for us to understand what is going on around us, our maturation has to be like, I'm your energy girl. I'm your translation, the energetic translation of what's going on. Everybody has their role. And it seems like I'm becoming more suited for this genre of the process, where I'm able to articulate it in a way for it to be understood. It's about growing our spiritual maturation, and everybody has their space. And I think that I've become quite comfortable in this space to explain the energetic value of what is actually transpiring, because at the end of the day, that's who we are. We are energy. We are vibration. We are frequency. As I've said before, Nicola said you will understand the universe when you begin to understand who we are energetically, vibrationally, and in frequency. Then those are the keys to the universe. And I took that to heart. And for some reason, it is unlocking an aspect of my being for me to understand what is actually transpiring. I just need for us to move into our power, because that power will bring us to a state of awareness that just by our being wouldn't allow a lot of these rituals that they're soliciting from outside externals, extraterrestrials, to transpire, because we may not be able to manipulate the energy particularly, but our awareness would change the dynamics of how that energy is allocated through manipulation, right? We just have to be aware, and then that awareness will grow. And so I guess that's where, I'm energy 101. I'm energy 101. But, you guys, since they decided to let you guys know late that I was live, they did that shit on purpose. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Because I was on here for a whole 15 minutes just talking to myself, but I didn't give a shit, because this shit is bigger than me and how many people that come on this live. So I just decided to put that information through this device out there to the ether, so that way it can have some level of penetration. But I gotta go inside, you guys. So I'm going to try to do this later and talk about it later. But if you guys get a chance, go back to the beginning of the live, if it allows it. If it allows it to upload. Hello, good morning. How you doing? If it allows it to upload, you guys go back and then see what I'm saying. Good morning. All right, I gotta go, guys.